Me and this girl, we started hanging out. And we got to that point, maybe some of you guys have been in here, where we had a healthy conversation about what we like in the bedroom. Has anyone done that in here? Hell yeah. Good. All right, we're having healthy sex. That's good. And she told me that she likes it a little rough. Hey, that's fine. I'm a big guy. That's easy for me, okay? And she told me this thing that if she ever puts her hand around her throat, she wants me to start choking her a little bit. Hell yeah, dude. Anyone into choking? Wasn't expecting that from this crowd, honestly. Not at all. Not one bit. I was expecting someone to throw a shoe at me, honestly. So we started doing that. We had a good time. You know, we both did the deed. And I do this thing because I'm insecure where after I have sex with someone, I'm like, how was it? And I pull out a report card, you know. I'm like, did you come? Do you hate me? Do you want to see me again? And we talked about it, and you know, she was like, that was fine. She's like, I just want you to know, because I do like you, you could have been a little more rough. I was like, hey, good to know, all right? I didn't want to go too hard. I didn't want to make a podcast, all right? I'm a big guy. If I choke someone too hard, I'm going to prison, all right? Things were going good. We went on a big date, all right? Had a really good time. Went out to dinner, $100 plate. Ooh, fancy boy, right? Having a good time. We're sitting there at dinner, and we're talking. I notice she goes a little quiet. I look across the table. She starts doing this. And I'm like, hey, maybe later. Oh, she was choking. And I had to, yeah, in real life. Didn't know that actually happened. You're taught the Heimlich maneuver in elementary school. Didn't know I would actually have to do it. So I got out of the table, picked her up, kind of bent her over the table, and I was like, hey, we've been here before. And I just started, just giving her the Heimlich. I didn't really know how to do it because she's 5'2", so at one point I just kind of picked her up and just kind of like patted her on the back like she was a child. And she eventually spit up, all over the table. She was very embarrassed, rightfully so. Ran to the bathroom, freaked out. Everyone in the restaurant was applauding me. I felt like Miss Doubtfire in that situation. I was like, hell yeah. Dudes were walking up to me and they were like, hell yeah, brother, good for you. There, yeah, nice. There you go. Yeah, they were doing that, but a little more enthusiastic. And I sat down, and the owner of the restaurant came over, and I was cleaning up, and he was like, "Oh, that was amazing! You saved that girl's life. Do you want a free dessert?" And I was like, "I think we're good on food, my man." And she came back, and she was like, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And I was like, "I gathered, cleaned everything up. We're walking through the parking lot." And I'm just like, "That's kind of crazy that I saved your life, right?" And she grabs my hand, and she stops, and she's like, "I just need you to know that you actually didn't. I had to go into the bathroom and kind of finish everything off myself." And I was like, "Ooh." Brutal. What a male-centric focus, I thought I did the job. I'm sitting back in my chair like, hell yeah, she totally is alive. And she had to go finish herself off in the bathroom. So a lot of ladies have probably been there before, yeah. And then when we got to the car and she was like, hey, if I ever start choking again, I just need you to know that you can be a little more rough. All right?